Dear viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe my channel for instant notifications and for more videos like this. In the last video, we learned about various European countries who visited India for trade like Portuguese, French, Dutch and English or British. We also learned that British were successful in defeating other countries and established trade monopoly in India. Later on, they tried to capture power in India. In the Battle of Plassey, 1757, Bengal was captured by British and it became the first territory to be captured by British. What is Battle of Buxar? Battle of Buxar was fought in the year 1764 between British and a combined army of then Mughal Emperor Shah Alam, Shujauddaulah, the Nawab of Awadh, and Mir Qasim, the ex-Nawab or former Nawab of Bengal. These three people came together and tried to regain the Bengal which was lost in the Battle of Plassey. Even this battle was a failure and this combined army failed to recapture Bengal and Bengal continued to be a part of British Empire. After capturing Bengal, the next target of British was Mysore, which was a powerful kingdom in the South India. It was ruled by Wadayar dynasty. Under the leadership of Tipu Sultan, Mysore became powerful and it had control over the regions like Coorg, Malabar, etc. British were not happy with the Mysore because Tipu Sultan had a friendly relationship with French who were enemies of British. Because of this, British attacked Mysore and Anglo-Mysore wars were fought between British and Tipu. In total, 4 Anglo-Mysore wars were fought. During the Third Anglo-Mysore War, a treaty or an agreement was signed between British and Tipu. According to the agreement, the places like Mysore, Malabar and Coorg was taken over by British. In the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, Tipu was defeated and killed and Mysore became a part of British Empire. After Mysore, the next kingdom captured by British is Maratha or Maharashtra. Anglo-Maratha wars were fought between British and Marathas and Maharashtra or Maratha was captured. And after this, cotton trade became very easy for British in India because Maratha region was rich in cotton. After Maratha, Sindh, Punjab and Awadh were captured by British. So, in this way, British captured Indian kingdoms one by one. British employed 2 methods to capture Indian princely states. The first method is using of military power or capturing the kingdoms through war. The second method is legislations or passing of new laws. British passed a new law called as Doctrine of Lapse. This law was passed by Lord Dalhousie, the Viceroy of India at that time. As per Doctrine of Lapse, if a king of a princely state does not have a child and if he does not have a legal successor for his throne and if there is no one who can become king after his death, in all such cases, the king had no right to adopt a child who will succeed him. On the contrary, he had to surrender his kingdom to British. Because of this new law, many of the Indian princely states were made to surrender their kingdom to British forcefully. The kingdoms like Sambalpur, Satara, Udaipur, Jhansi, Nagpur, etc. were annexed through Doctrine of Lapse. The second law passed by British was Subsidiary Alliance. Subsidiary Alliance was passed by Lord Wellesley, the governor or viceroy of India at that time. As per this law, British made an agreement with Indian princely states under the terms that they will keep British army in Indian kingdoms. In turn, the Indian kingdoms had to pay them certain amount of tribute so that these Indian kingdoms will get protection from external enemies. But the Indian kingdoms never understood that this was a trick played by British to capture Indian kingdoms. Indian princely states believed that British will give them protection from enemies. So they terminated their own army and started depending on British army. They never understood that if you don't have your own army and if you are depending on somebody else's army, you are becoming powerless. When the army belongs to British, all the power of the state will naturally go to British. Because of this, Indian kings became powerless in their own kingdom and British indirectly started ruling the kingdoms. So, because of these two legislations, that is Doctrine of Lapse and Subsidiary Alliance, many of the Indian states were captured by British one by one and British became a supreme power in India. From this we can understand that British who came to India for trade later on captured the entire India and made India a part of British Empire.